Come on. Here we go. Let me see here. All right, I need to just take the link for the stream and go to Discord and see here. Wait, did that work? I don't. Hang on. Oh, whoops. Okay, it was this one. Yes, send it to all the people on my Discord server. There we go. All right. Now, Lerox, I just started the live stream. I don't know how, like, if you're on a phone or a computer, it should be able to say started live streaming however long ago it was, just 2 minutes ago. Yeah, Lazarax, that's the #1 thing I'm here to talk about. So as you might have guessed from that thumbnail, that took way too long for me to figure out how to fill in a transparent background. The main reason why I haven't live streamed I don't even know when the last time I did a live stream or uploaded a video. I think the last video I uploaded was my reaction to the Switch 2. So, or that trailer for the Switch 2 when it got announced. Let me see here. Yeah, it was exactly 1 week ago. Yeah. Yeah, I have been feeling extreme. I went back to a depressive episode for the first time in a while, where it just happened like a switch just flicked in my brain all over again, and I didn't want anyone to see me when I was in that state. I mean, I'm still feeling it a little bit, but it's a lot better right now than it was a few days ago. And you might be wondering to yourself, if this is a lot better, how the fuck did he look a couple of days ago? And I mean, I'm sure you can kind of, whoops, I just hit the microphone there. I'm sure you can kind of see it just by fucking looking at me. I haven't taken a shower in 4 days. I thought I was going to start off 2025 by dedicating, or at least committing, to shaving, and then all that just went out the window. But today, January 20th, well, actually, I should talk, before I talk about the future, I should talk about how I got to that point and what and how it got me back over here to live streaming again. So it was a combination of things. Where first I got depressed on, god damn it, what day is today? I need to look at the calendar. What day is today? Today's the 23rd on a Thursday. Okay. I was blanking out on it, but then I remembered what triggered it. So, on the 17th, I started to feel depressed, That was the first day of it. But that's because January 17th is my dad's birthday, or should I say, it would have been my dad's birthday. Because if you've been watching this channel for a while, you would you would have already known. So my dad passed away when I was 14, and he was 58. So my parents are older than most people who I know that are 30. But my dad passed away when I was 14, and that was in 2009. And at first, I started to get a bunch of happy memories. And then, so I remember I watched the video that I had of my dad singing karaoke. This was in the 90s. I don't know the exact year, but I know for sure it was in the 90s. It was back in those days. The Luxor had this thing where they would put you in front of a green screen and you would sing karaoke. And my dad sang After the Lovin' by Engelbert Humperdinck. I think that's how you say his name. I wanna Google that very quickly just to make sure I'm remembering that singer correctly. Engelbert. Oh, okay, yeah. Engelbert Humperdinck. Yes. And I know that sounds like a made up name, but that was a real person. Okay, so oh wait, he's still alive. Holy shit, I did not know that. Okay, Engelbert Humperdinck performed in Laughlin? In Laughlin. What's Laughlin? Um, huh. Okay. You know, it's funny. Engelbert Humperdinck looks a lot. Actually, what the fuck am I doing? Engelbert Humperdinck, he looks a lot like, yeah, he looks a lot like the singer Wayne Newton, if you know who that is. Wayne Newton was this guy. He was a performer that that did a lot of shows. I think at the time he held the Wayne Newton was the guy who held the record. Like, if you just think about someone singing with a big band, with a big orchestra and big brass sections, with a choir, that's the kind of style that Wayne Newton and also this guy Engelbert Humperdinck had. All I know is when I think of people like this guy, like Engelbert Humperdinck, I immediately think of my dad. But anyways, that was that video. And so after that video ended, so I watched that video. I had it on a VHS tape. I recorded it onto a DVD and then transferred that DVD over to where I keep it saved so I can look at it when I want to remember my dad. And I also have his keychain. This is a keychain that he had. Like, I forget the animal that represents the Capricorn. Like, it used to be here in the middle, but it fell out a couple of years ago. But this was his on his keys. He was a Capricorn. So it just says Capricorn and the dates there for a Capricorn. This is my dad's keychain. I always keep it with me. My keys, just so you know, I have a piece of him that, you know, I always carry with me to remember him. And just so you guys want to know what he looks like. Got this photo album here. This is my dad. This was me and my dad on it says Grandparents' Day because that, and yes, that is my handwriting here. This was at my elementary school in 2001 where they had Grandparents' Day. But oh, hang on, I forgot to take that down. But yeah, this is was November 2001, and I remember this was right before November, right before Thanksgiving break in first grade. So yeah, that was me in first grade. So I had to be about 6 or 7 at that time. And I remember it was Grandparents' Day, but my dad, but I remember even asking my teacher, "Can my dad just come over and pick me up? Does it have to be Grandparents' Day?" He said, "Yeah, it can be your dad. Yeah, it's fine." So yeah, I remember my dad showed up. I picked him up, or he picked Jesus, he picked me up, and we had cookies and punch. And yeah, that's and it's weird though. I thought that I would have a lot more photos of me and my dad, but I don't. I wish I did. But I have a photo of, or not a photo, I've got videos of me in Christmas 2008. So you get to, which was the last Christmas when my dad was still alive. And I don't want to share those videos. Uh, or maybe I might change my mind in the future, but just for right now, I because I can just imagine the comments, the toxicity of people not just, making fun of my dad or making fun of my mom, but just I can't even imagine the people saying, "Oh, well, no wonder, blah 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 blah." You know what I mean? You know how internet comments are. But so, anyways, uh, but yeah, I'm just glad I found this old photo album back from storage. But yeah, so my dad, so he would have been he would have been 74 on January 17th. And there's days where it's fine, and there's other days where I will break down sobbing, and then there's other days where my fucking throat. And then there's other days where I'll just feel, how would I describe it? I guess you could say feel melancholy about it. And I'm not even looking at the chat room right now because I'm pretty sure if I see even one random person that just shows up acting like a piece of shit, it's going to ruin my mood for the entire day. So for right now, I just need to talk, let shit off my chest, let everything out of my system so that I can return to being the Mr. Gaming Guitarist that you actually came to see. But I'm sure towards that, but I'm pretty sure by the end of this live stream, I'll be back, or at least a lot closer to feeling like myself again. But I feel like right now is a good way to show the process of what it looks like when someone is depressed and they're working their way through it, just so when anyone else feels like shit, they can come back, watch this, and they can see, oh wow, that guy did it. That means I can do it too. But if you notice, I'm wearing two shirts right now. That's because it is the cold weather that we currently have in Texas right now is the cold I wish we had in December, because it was unusually hot for Texas in December. Like, I know people who are not from here might think it's hot all the time, but it's not. Like, it'll get down to like 50 or 40 degrees Celsius, but I've heard that there was a big winter storm and it affected Texas. So Tuesday was the first time really since 2021 that we had a lot of snow. Now, it's not a blizzard or anything. I'm just happy to see it. And I made sure when I took out the trash this morning, which I am very, 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 very fucking proud of myself for doing that, because I told myself, if I can make myself get up, take the trash bag, hold it, walk all the way to the beginning of my neighborhood, put it in the dumpster, walk back, wash my hands, put a new trash bag, I will have made significant progress for today. And I did it, and I'm happy I did it, and that was step one of returning to myself. And I guess you could say step two was making sure I get back on YouTube, because there were so many times when I told myself, no, I don't want to do it. 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 Until I told myself, God damn it, Jaren, you better do it, or else the subconscious programming is going to kick in, and then I'm going to get used to not live streaming or not recording or uploading videos, and I cannot let myself get there, because I 1 week without anything is that's bad. That's really bad, and I couldn't let it go for 8 days. So I told myself, no matter how shitty I feel on the inside, I gotta do this. And that's why I'm here right now. So the Jaren that you might be looking at right now might not exactly be the Jaren you want to see, but this is how I come back. I'm just glad I let all that out of my system, as you could probably tell from that long exhale that I just did. But we're gonna come back. And you might be wondering, hey, why is Jaren smiling right now? And that's just because I just now remembered Saturday night's main event is coming up. And that means, oh man, I don't even remember the matches that are going to be happening on Saturday night's main event, but I'm looking for, okay. I know we're going to get the contract signing between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. I was so fucking mad when Kevin Owens was trolling Rey Mysterio, because you saw him try to fight him, and you know he was in his whole delusional phase when he said, "Hey, I want you to, Ray. I'm rooting for you to win the Royal Rumble so we can have a legendary match at WrestleMania." And he was still holding that fucking winged eagle belt. And I love how Ray said, "You're so delusional, you're reminding me of my son Dominic." that was the I loved seeing that. And you could also, and speaking of Dominic, you could see that Dominic is even more oblivious, and you can see that Liv is acting very passive aggressive towards him, where she said, "No, I'm not mad at you, everything's fine." And then he's just turning her, or no, sorry, she's just turning him more and more and more into the same way I think of the way Squidward was treating SpongeBob whenever Squidward was unemployed and he kept staying at SpongeBob's house, and SpongeBob just continued to act like his maid. I just love how she kept saying, "Yeah, can you just go get my things out of the car?" And it's just, I'm really wondering, but you know, we talked about Liv, we got to talk about Rhea. I'm just glad that at least for now, the whole Liv and Rhea rivalry has seemed to be not, I don't want to say put on the shelf, but it just felt like they took a bookmark, put it in the pages, and then said, "Well, put this back for now. Let's see Liv fight some other people. Let's see Rhea fight some other people." And I loved when at first you saw Rhea start to show up at the where were they at? In Dallas. Yeah, they were in Dallas. And then you just saw Nia just start attacking her out of nowhere, do the whole surprise attack. And I loved at the end when I forgot who Nia was fighting. Crap, man. I don't remember who it was exactly, but I liked how Rhea got her revenge and started like beating. So it started with Nia beating the shit out of Rhea, and then Rhea came back and beat the shit out of Nia towards the end. And I loved how she just kept like she wouldn't let go, and then finally, and you could see the whole table setup. Like that was impressive, because you were gonna be like, "Oh shit, is Nia about to fuck her up on the table?" And then you saw breakout, and I loved how she just grabbed the mic and said, "You and me, Saturday night's main event." So I am absolutely gonna look forward to that match. Just because I've heard so many things about how great Rhea Ripley is, but I've never seen, like, I felt like when Rhea got the title back from Liv at when she got the title back from Liv at the first Raw on Netflix episode on the 6th. I loved how it was the first time it was a clean match, at least to my memory. I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that was just a straight up match. Like Raquel or Dom wasn't out there to interfere, or Rhea didn't try to, or Liv didn't try to cheat, and she came up with a fucking weapon or sneak it or anything like that. It was just a straight up match. And so now I'm glad that I'll get to see the Rhea Ripley that everyone is telling me about. Like, but also, God, I'm forgetting. So there's the contract signing. There's the contract signing between Cody and Kevin. And then what the hell else was supposed to happen? Man, you can tell I've been in it. Like I've been through an entire fog, because I can't remember. Like, even though I just fucking saw the SmackDown clips, I can't remember. Like, Fuck, man. All right, I could see I was glancing at the chat and it sounds like people are upset at someone. So I guess that serves me right why I didn't want to start looking at the chat room to begin with. So I'm going to just keep ignoring it for right now until I trust the moderators can handle anything that needs to be handled if need be. But yeah, let's just Google it because that's what everyone else does. See here. Saturday night's main event. Let me look at there should be some article with a lineup, right? All right. Oh, whoops. Go here. Yeah. What is it saying here? Actually, this is the very first time I've ever been on the... This is the very first time I've ever been on the WWE website. All right, let me see here. Yeah, that's right. Jey Uso and Gunther are gonna have their match. Yeah, I would love if Jey Uso was going to be the one to finally get rid of Gunther's World Heavyweight Championship. I would love that. Just because Gunther does an excellent job at playing the role of the douchebag. And normally, you know, I guess you could say I don't like I'm not, and this is just a general statement, it changes, you know, throughout the day or throughout whenever you ask me, but I guess you could say I prefer the anti-heroes over the straight up heels. But to me, I don't know. I guess there's no such thing as a straight up 100% heel or a 100% babyface anymore. But let's just say I acknowledge that Gunther is a great wrestler. But man, he just gets under my skin, and that's probably, you know, that means he's doing a tremendous job with his character. Anyways, who are we having here? So, yeah. Oh, yes, that's right. We're having Braun Breaker versus Sheamus. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Because I remember in that last matchup they had, it was Braun Breaker and Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser. I remember, yeah, Braun Breaker won that one. I would like to see Sheamus win this one, just so he could finally get the Intercontinental Championship, because, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is the one, the Intercontinental Championship is the one that he didn't win, is the one belt that Sheamus hasn't won yet. Oh, yeah. Okay. Braun Strowman. Oh, man, this is a really good lineup. Yeah, Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. That's going to be great. And I'm glad that Jacob actually did his very first promo when Solo got booed out of the arena. And then you saw Jacob pick up the mic and he said, "You thought I was crazy? I'm just getting started." So I'm glad to see that. And yeah, I already talked about Rhea versus Nia. And oh yeah, I forgot about that. Shawn Michaels is gonna be the Shawn Michaels is going to be the guest host for for this, but you already know it's not gonna be a civil contract signing whatsoever. You know that something's gonna happen. You know what? I'm gonna predict that Kevin is going to get under Shawn Michaels' skin. And then I have a feeling that for whatever reason, it's going to end up happening with this contract signing where, yes, they're going to both going to sign it. But I think something's going to happen where Shawn is going to tell Kevin the truth that he doesn't want to hear, like, you know, keep telling him you're not the actual champion. You need to stop holding that fucking belt that was only a one-time only, and, you know, all that stuff. And I think Kevin is going to start beating up Shawn, and then Cody is going to have to help Shawn Michaels out. I think that's how it's going to go. So, yeah. Oh, wait. What? It says live on Friday, but it says Saturday night's main event. So that has to be some kind of error there, because I thought, because it says Friday, but that's on SmackDown, but it's saying here Saturday night's main event is when Kevin and Cody are going to do their contract signing. So I don't know. I don't know yet. And other things that I've been doing for the WWE is I have also been watching, what the hell is it? I got to see a podcast for the first time with, I forgot who it was. Oh, I think it was called the Lightweights Podcast. It was me. Sorry, sorry, you can tell brain is still not working correctly, but it was me. Why do I keep saying that? Fucking shit. It was a podcast called the Lightweights Podcast, and I got to see, they had Kathy Kelly, who was the commentator, or not a commentator, she's the backstage interviewer, and Maxine Dupree. And it was the first time I really got to see either of them, like, actually, like, just talking for an extended amount of time, and I got to see what they're really like. And it just seems that, you know, most wrestlers, or most, keyword being most, people in the WWE seem to be the most chill, nicest, down-to-earth human beings that you could meet. And I find it cool that that Maxine and Kathy are friends in real life, and they're starting a podcast, or they already have a podcast together, but they're doing it like very minimalist, just straight up. They just put a phone or a camera and they just record their conversation, which I guess that's what any podcast is, but you know, it reminds me of old school YouTube. I guess what I've been doing, but clearly old school YouTube isn't good enough. Oh boy, there's the fucking depression talking. Anyway, I'm gonna shut the fuck up about that now. But anyways, yeah, Mo missed out a lot. Yeah, because you need to have cable so you can watch USA and Netflix, so you can keep up with Raw and SmackDown, and then you need Peacock in order to watch the PLEs. Nine Zones is saying, glad CM Punk is back. Yeah, that's the other big thing that happened. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and CM Punk are all going to the Royal Rumble, and I loved when Punk was talking to Jackie, like, out in like with the crowd, and I loved how he said, I'm entering the Royal Rumble. And then he said, and if I forget what he said, I have to paraphrase here, but I love when he just said, and if Hulk Hogan's old geriatric ass wants to go in there, I'm going to put him through the top rope. Yeah. See, there you go. Wrestling. Talking about wrestling helps me get out of my depression. But, you know, I'm not 100%, but I guess you could say that boosted me back up another 20%. All right. So, yeah. So, I talked about me being depressed for the last week. And I'm, you know, like what it's like what Michael Jordan said in 1995 and what Jimmy Butler said after his 7-game suspension, which very quickly turned into now another 2-game suspension. It just, I don't know what the hell's going on with Jimmy Butler. I don't understand why he's acting very shitty towards the team, because he's not doing himself any favors right now. Like, if he says pretty much, like, he keeps talking about, I want to leave, I want to get traded, but, you know, acting like an immature brat is not the way to go, because I know that Jimmy Butler's better than that. Because you would have thought that things were good between him and the Heat, but, and I might be missing out on some key information here, and those of you that are more knowledgeable about the NBA than I am, you can feel free to inform me about what's going on with Jimmy Butler and why all of a sudden he just wants to leave the Heat so badly now. Because I heard it's like he has issues with Pat Riley, but not his teammates, or I don't know. Yes, it was snowing 2 days ago, Mo. That's right. And I made sure to not take any steps at all outside because I did not want a repeat of last year when it was similar temperatures last year in February, because that is how That is how I ended up getting this scar right here on my elbow, because I busted my ass just simply taking the first step outside. You can kind of see it right there. It's got, like, you can see when my skin grew back, it's not exactly normal, but right there. This whole area right here, it was just bleeding a shit ton because I slipped and my elbow landed on the concrete steps. But that was in February last year. So hopefully, knock on wood, I won't have any kind of injuries at all this year. Yeah, the Kansas City refs pretty much eliminated the Texans, because that was the only football game I was interested in watching, because Texans are from Houston, where I'm from. So, yeah, I didn't understand what was going on, why all of a sudden they were winning, why any of that started happening. I don't know, because I don't understand. And I have to say this, use this phrase for all our non-American viewers, but yeah, because I don't understand. The only thing I understand about American football is you run past the yellow line that you can only see on TV, but the players can't see, and that's a checkpoint. And then you keep running past that checkpoint, and then until you score a touchdown. And then the other thing I know is that if you kick the football, like if you score a touchdown, you get, I guess what it would be like the equivalent of a free throw, and you kick that, and then you get 3 points. Everything in between, I have no fucking clue what's going on. Yes, know thyself. Jay pinning Gunther would be very cool. I feel like it would be cool if, yeah, because if Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, people from the bloodline, were the two that were able to actually beat Gunther. Of course, not really counting that match against Cody Rhodes, because, you know, that was not for a that there were no title implications for that match at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, but back in November, I believe that was. But yeah, Alec, I get what you're saying. Sorry to hear you're feeling a bit down. What I will say is that you would be shocked what a good cleaning of your space could do. Yeah, I know. I mean that, it's like what I was saying earlier. I was able to take the trash out, and I was able to, you know, clean up my TV tray. And also at our donation center, there was a free TV that I got, a Philips 42-inch TV, but I'm not using it because I don't need it, but it's good to have backup, because the TV I've got here in my bedroom is a 42-inch LG TV from 2008, and the panel is messed up where like you're seeing two permanent horizontal lines running down, and you know, I didn't want to mess with it, and you know, it's not a big enough distraction. Like, I've been using this TV currently got here for 2 years, because I actually got it for free, because I got it from my aunt's coworker. It just said, hey, they just told him, you can have this TV. And thank goodness at the time I still had a damn car. Yeah, Creo's perspective says you've got this. Yeah, it. Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, it's only temporary, but it. Yeah, I get it. I thank you, Creos. Um, yeah, I mean, I've been through this before, and you know, I'll get out of it again. It's almost like, kind of like, if you're in the fourth quarter of a basketball game, and you're just waiting and you know you're already beating the other team, and you've got like 5 seconds left, and you're already 5 points ahead, and you just have to dribble out, let the clock run out. That's how it kind of feels right now. Yeah, good cleaning, coffee and sunlight. Yeah, I get it. But the coffee, it's funny. We all know how I'm like with caffeine. I would have to make sure it's decaf coffee. Oh fuck! I think I just heard a fucking noise. Oh Jesus Christ! Don't tell me it's happening again. So my neighbor has, I don't know which neighbor it is, but there is someone I'm sure, I don't know if you can hear it or not. I don't know what the hell it is. If it's a fucking pickup truck that someone made louder on purpose, because unfortunately those are way too goddamn common in Texas. I don't know if it's that, or if it's really is a motorcycle, or if it is a sports car. But in this neighborhood that I live in, there's someone that takes the car, or I'll just say takes the vehicle and constantly just revs it. And I thought at first that, oh, okay, that person's probably just fixing it, but well, thankfully it hasn't happened at all. And I thought that maybe was it, but it seems like that was just someone driving through to just go somewhere. Thank goodness. But nothing's more annoying than when you live across the street from someone that has, and you know, I don't want to be projecting, but I already said I'm depressed, so I'm just gonna let it out, let it off my fucking chest. But it just really fucking annoys me whenever I hear someone doing shit like that. Like, have some fucking courtesy for your fellow fucking neighbors, because some of us, like me, have to work on YouTube, and it's very disruptive when you're not if you're repairing it, then by all means I understand. But if you're constantly revving it just to be a fucking douchebag like Gunther, or a douchebag like MJF, then stop it. For fuck's sakes. It's like this, the whole fucking, it's the same thing with the whole meathead jock personality that I just can't fucking stand. And normally my real self would be able to tune it out and ignore it. But when they are catching me in the mood that I'm currently in right now, I just want, it's like I have to, it just feels like I'm on a feather or hanging by a thread, a single thread of wanting to kick my door down and just yell, shut the fuck up with your stupid fucking sports car or whatever the fuck it is. Because I can't stand it. Thankfully, though, I hope I didn't jinx myself, because hopefully they're done with that. And at best, I'm hoping that it's someone with a car that maybe it's a temporary car or something that they're working on fixing for a friend or whatever it is. If it's a Mustang or a fucking Chevy Silverado where they put like the extra loud fucking muffler on it, I don't know what the hell it is. All I know is, thank God it hasn't been here. But man, during those, you know, last week when I was hearing that all the fucking time, oh my God, I just, I just wanted to go John Wick on that motherfucker. And I'm sure, I don't know. Well, actually, I don't know, but, you know, maybe all of it is projecting, and I'm just imagining all those douchebag gym bros with that drive fucking extra loud Mustangs or sports cars or motorcycles or whatever it is. But I just can't stand it. Like, why do you really enjoy paying that much extra for the fucking premium gas just to rev it even more? I don't understand that shit. I just don't. I just want to buy a Toyota Corolla from the 80s or the 90s and be done with it, so I don't have to fucking think about worrying about maintenance at all. Because, you know, that's what the bullshit that happened with Uber and with Hertz. Because, you know, after I returned that car to Hertz, they fucking charged my account $900, and now that fucking bank, thank God I have a backup bank account, because they charged me negative. Now that account is negative $900, and that's probably going to be what, the fourth fucking bank account I've had to close, all because of rent, all because of those fucking miscellaneous rental fees that have zero explanation, but they do it anyway. So And I am 100% very well aware that the whole reason why I'm probably depressed is because I haven't been able to go outside in, yeah, it's the 23rd, so in 1 month and 4 days. I know that's a bit major contributing factor to it, but, you know, it's either risk opening another bank account and then letting that one close down and just to repeat that cycle all over again. But then again, my driver's license is going to expire on my birthday. So that's how old I am now, or where we are at the point where I have to renew my license for the very first time, and I have to be able to have a car, so I might as well just say fuck it and go through the whole rental Uber rigmarole one more goddamn time, just so I can go to the fucking dentist and the doctor and do my checkups and shit. Yeah, exactly, Mo. That is an issue. I have to, yeah. Now, hey, Mo, do you know, can you actually just renew it online? Or do you have to go in person for that? I'm really hoping that all you have to do is go online for it. I don't know. Hey, Instinct, that's great news. Then hope you're doing well. I'm finally open to going to therapy for the first. Hey, that is amazing, Instinct. Let us know, you know, when future live streams, or you can leave a comment in future videos. Let me know how it goes. You were able to renew it online, but it costs $40. God fuck. Well, I don't know if. Well, I don't know if Siddharth is in Texas though. I don't know. You're required to go in person to renew the first time. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, then I have to start renting a fucking car because there's no one I know who's gonna fucking drive me to the goddamn DMV. Oh, you're in Maryland? Okay. Okay. Exactly. I knew it was gonna cost money to renew it. I don't know the exact amount, but fucking hell, man. I think I just want to not have my glasses on for a little while, just so I don't have to, you know, read fucking responses. But yeah, this is what a depressed Jaren looks like, folks. Only way to get through this is to keep doing the rough shit, going through it. But in some ways, I'm sure this might be good for some people, because I know a ton of people who are going to hide this. They want to hide this part of themselves, but not me. I am like, because you already saw how I was from that original video. There, it's like Voldemort. It's gotten to the point where it's just like Voldemort now. I'm not going to say its name, but when I saw, you know, my original vinyl video, I didn't. You saw that, and you saw me return back to my normal, like what people call in spirituality your normal self, and then you got to see the higher self come out just a little bit, and now you're seeing the cycle. And in some ways, I'm glad I'm able to capture this on camera, because some people need to know that there might be people that go through this that also have major depressive disorder, that, you know, they're officially diagnosed. And, you know, and I'm not, and of course, nothing annoys the shit out of me more than when other people say it's not real. But try telling that to all the fucking doctors, or to every psychiatrist, psychologist, any mental health worker, every counselor, every therapist. Try fucking telling, I fucking dare you to try to tell any of those fucking people that it's not real. Anyways, it's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of nice just not just having blurry vision and being able to not see the chat room but still be able to like look at the camera and not see it popping out of the corner of my eye. In some ways, really, I feel like, because I was also looking up other videos, and they've also said, they were also saying, shit, and I can't fucking remember, but I was, okay, my foot's falling asleep. And now my foot is completely 100% numb. Oh boy. Let me put it. My right foot is going down on the ground. Okay, now the heater's turning on, finally. Because it is CAMF right now. CAMF. You know what that stands for? Stands for cold as a motherfucker. Oh boy, now it... Oh boy. Oh god, now it feels like a shitload of needles on my foot. Don't you hate that feeling when your foot is asleep and then every time you try to move that foot or your leg or some shit when it's numb? Because when you're a fucking lazy American fat ass like I am and you can't move your fucking foot because it's numb, and every time you do try to move it, it just feels like a bunch of needles raining on your foot. I've been getting that feeling. I don't know if that's a common thing or not, but man, it fucking sucks when it does happen. I'll tell you that. Hey, we got... Oh, damn, I didn't even realize. We have now 46 live viewers in the chat room. That is amazing. I wish we could get the same 46 or more when I'm actually in a good fucking mood. Oh, God. Okay, yeah. I cannot move my fucking foot. All right. I kind of feel like Uma Thurman in Kill Bill Volume 1 when she couldn't move her feet because she just woke up out of the coma and knocked out those people. You know, that were, you know, I'm not even going to fucking say what it is. If you've seen that movie, you know what I'm talking about. But, you know, she drags herself into the wheelchair and goes inside that truck called the Pussy Wagon. And then she lays in the back and just says, "Now move your big toe." And I'm just trying. Okay, all right, there we go. We're making progress. I can lift up my foot now, move it around just a tiny little bit. That's good. That's good. All right, we're good. In some ways, it's almost like I'm a WWE or an NBA commentator talking my way through getting my foot to wake back up again. All right. All right, there we go. That's getting better. Okay. All right. All right. Welcome to what being depressed is like, folks. It's just this. Well, it gets even worse off camera, because that's especially when I'm by myself here. It sucks. I mean, I don't, you know, I'm not going to say it. At least I have enough awareness to not say what I was about to say. All right. see here. Let me see here. Oh, Jesus Christ, Y2K Yokai, don't fucking tell me. Don't tell me you're, oh, Jesus, dude, I don't have the fucking energy to deal with, and you know, I don't know. Maybe this is just me projecting, having to deal with other people with very similar things, but the whole get the low taper, I can't even do the voice I do to make fun of those people that have been brainwashed by that fucking red pill cult, but you know, the whole low taper fade shit, like, come on, dude. I know you're better than that. All right, let me see here. Road Rangdang says, Jaren, I lost my dad 5 years ago, just lost my mom a month ago. You always go through the sadness pretty much forever. But it's because you love them so much. And by the way, motherfuckers, sorry, I don't mean to say motherfuckers. That's the depression talking. I am not going to get a fucking haircut. I don't know how many times I have to say that over and over and over and over again. And Y2K, I'm sure you might be new here because you probably haven't heard me say that. But I like having long hair. It doesn't look good right now because I haven't taken a goddamn shower in 4 days. But I'm also taking fucking I'm also taking the minoxidil and finasteride, so that will help restore my hair back to when it was in its prime in the 2016-2017 days. So, and by the way, the fucking what the $15-20 it would cost to get a haircut, I would much rather spend that on putting fucking groceries in my refrigerator. It's just the whole low taper, people telling me to get a low taper fade fucking triggers me so much because, like, this is the hairstyle I want to have. When I got a haircut last year, no, actually, no, that was 2023. I got a haircut because I very foolishly signed up to go back to the fucking place I never wanted to work at again, which was Kroger. And I was so miserable and hated it over there. And at first I was upset when they didn't hire me, even though I worked at a previous location, and I couldn't fucking stand it because all you were doing was earning minimum wage and living paycheck to paycheck. I told myself I would never do that bullshit ever again. And now I've got all the free time in the world to be able to be a full-time YouTuber for my dream career. But the one major drawback to that is, of course, and especially if you have major depressive disorder, you might go through an entire week making zero fucking content. But at least you don't have a fucking boss who's just taking out their anger that they didn't follow their dreams. So you don't have to deal with fucking coworkers. And that's why I enjoyed Uber driving when I was doing it, because If I do well, it was because of me. And if I fuck up, it's because of me. Hey, Renee, you might be new here. I don't know if you've been here before, but I'm just gotta let you know right now. We do not talk about politics or religion on this YouTube channel. Give me 1 second. Okay. For whatever reason, I thought that it was that the fucking stove or the oven was on, but it wasn't. But then I remembered, what is that slight burning smell? And then I remembered, oh yeah, that's right. I lit a candle like 2 hours ago, and then blew it out like maybe 20 or 30 minutes before I started live streaming. So, you know, I'm happy. It helped. It really did help. Especially, like, never underestimate the old technology. Sometimes instead of using those Febreze plug-in or air fresheners, sometimes just getting a really good, nice scented candle will knock out anything that smells like shit. And in this case, it was the trash can, because there was a leftover in there that expired. And that it's funny because, man, that was, oh Jesus. Ultraman, no. There is way, I have to strongly disagree with you on there. Politics and religion, all they ever do is bring divisiveness, and it just ends up turning into people yelling at each other. And I don't want that. There's already way too much of that shit. I don't want it over here. Exactly, Infinitus. That is not the community that I want or need at all. At fucking all. Because there's nothing worse than a person on the internet yelling about politics. There's absolutely... Okay, maybe there's a little bit things worse, but it's high up on the list. That's the thing, you know. Asmongold is someone that's doing the same format. I was going to say the same thing I'm doing, but I was gonna say the format. He live streams, just talks to a camera, watches videos, reacts to them, and gets millions of people watching him. I mean, that's what I want. I want to be a guy that live streams / makes videos, offer my opinion on what I'm looking at, and then millions of people watch. But some way, somehow, I'm not there. Only way to get there, which is why I'm glad I did this, the only way to get there is to not... Now, to be fair, I don't know what is going on with Asmongold. I don't know anything. I only bring him up because I remember watching a video of him talk when Dr. K was interviewing him. So whatever politics shit he's talking about, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I only brought him up as an example just to say a format, a style, just someone who's just a person that talks. That's it. That's the only reason why I brought him up. Whatever he's doing, I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't give a fuck. I just don't. Whatever, anything that has to do with politics, you can get it the fuck away from here. But has he cleaned his house at all? That's what I remember. I remember it was him and a bald guy and a woman were there, and I think they did a tour of his house. That's like the last thing I ever heard from him. So whatever the hell is going on with him, if there's some controversy, don't tell me. I'm not gonna, I mean, I only watched those 2 videos from me, so I am by no means a person that loves or hate him, so I don't have any opinion. Yes, Manny, I agree with what you're saying there. Focus on content, not the numbers. Absolutely. Ben Farming, hello, welcome to the live stream. How are you doing? Okay, well, who are you talking about when you say his decision has already been made and it cannot be changed? Who are you talking about? Are you talking about me? Guys, trying to tell other people that nothing about me can change is like, come on. Yes, exactly. That's a very toxic mentality. Exactly. And I find that very funny that your name is okay, and yet you're saying, oh, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. His decision has already been made. I don't understand what you mean by his decision, and I don't know if you're talking about me or before we were talking about Asmongold. I don't know. Guys, what the fuck are you talking about when you say he has made his decision? What decision? What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, and when and you say you're talking to each other, but you're on my live stream in my chat room. So inform me what's going on. Hey, vegetarian, welcome. All right. All right. Exactly, Van Logan. I thought they were talking about politics being mentioned, but I'm lost now too. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm just going to ignore those fucking people. When you say you are saying unless you don't change your mentality, nothing will change. It's like, what the you know what? Just get the fuck out of here. Sid Hearth says, who's your NBA? And it's always the people that come from that fucking red pill mentality that always fucking talk like that Y2K guy. I should have fucking gotten rid of him fucking 35 minutes ago, but whatever. Hey, 52 viewers. That's awesome. 61 was the most amount of live viewers that I ever had. Oh, okay. Solid Soap says, just be blackpilled. You can go fuck yourself. I refuse to tolerate anyone that subscribes to the insert color here pill bullshit. Alex says, a good attitude goes a long way. That's true. Might not be the advice I need today. That's all. Yeah, exactly, Alec. Exactly. Because that's what I hate when the goddamn YouTube... holy shit. Huh. You know what? I just noticed my hair actually does look a little bit thicker after 2 months of using it. Hey, here we go. All right. I'm only going to ask this once, and I already have a sinking feeling that I'm not going to like the answer. Can you tell me who the fuck is Legion of Men? I've never heard of that YouTube channel before. People keep saying Legion of Men brought me here. Legion of Men brought me here. Legion of Men brought me here. Because I will only say this right now. If Legion of Men is a red pill channel, I am not going to react to whatever fucking video they made about me. Sid Hearth says, don't look it up, forget it. Okay. Thanks for the heads up. Thank you. Thanks, Spooky. Thank you. That's all I needed to know. Thank you, guys. So if Legion of Men viewers are on here, please know that I'm not here to talk about dating. I'm not here to talk about lifting weights. I'm here to talk about my love for music, movies, video games, basketball, and wrestling. That's what I talk about on this fucking YouTube channel. And if you like that, you are absolutely more than welcome to do it. But if you continue to try to, I'm just going to shut the fuck up. Yes, Ben, I know the Legion of Doom that was started up by Lex Luthor. Now, instrumental bass, I'm not going to get angrier so I can get more viewers. I can get a lot more viewers being myself. All right, that's just horrific, toxic advice. So I'm just... Van Logan says, you want to know some... Okay, for God's sakes, first, the right foot was numb. Now the left foot is numb. Okay. This is gonna... Okay. I will answer your question, Van Logan. Just after my fucking left foot returns back to normal, because now that foot is asleep and I'm feeling the whole raining... You know what? Let me take my goddamn glasses off so I won't see any potential toxicity in the chat room. All right. Left foot. I'm waiting for it. Oh God, every time I move the left foot, it's just raining pins and needles again. I hate that feeling, but we got to do it in order for that foot to return to normal. Okay. All right. Just moving it slow. Oh. All right. That fucking hurts. All right. Just got to get the blood flow back on the left. Well, the fact that it's really cold here doesn't... Really cold currently, about 30 degrees Fahrenheit in Texas, doesn't help it either. But You know what? I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'm going to go do that. Sidharth, congratulations. You're a new moderator. And Infinitus, you have been here long enough. You are the 2 new moderators. I'm going to go make that cup of tea right now. So I'm going to... I'll see. All right, I'll be back. Oh, holy shit, Biscuit. We have 60 viewers right now. Well, I still need that tea anyway, because I am going to need it for my throat. Ugh. So I have a tea kettle. All right. Hey, oh wait, we made it to 62? Oh, that's great. That's amazing. Well, hey, at least I am celebrating with some, I am celebrating with some tea. So, that'll be good. I broke the record. Hey, we made it to 62. All right. That's great. At least I will say, making a hot cup of tea much better than taking a fucking shot of whiskey. I'll say that for sure. No, we're not playing Dark Souls. All right, well, now we just got to get to 63. But yeah, let's see here. Uh, Yeah, Spooky said what's going on with him today. If you rewind to the beginning of the stream, I talk about it. I just got depressed for the first time in a while. All right, I'm gonna water. Thing is done. There we go. This is a reusable Starbucks cup that I got. They were handing these out for free in 2023 during December. That's why it's got the holiday colors. Now I just need to put the lid on it, so cover it so it can brew and steep. Because I don't know what exactly you would call it, but that whole electric tea kettle, or that electric tea kettle is just, there you go. Now you can see I just took Celestial Seasonings peach tea, put one bag in there, and there we go. See, I'm not gonna spend my money at fucking Starbucks. And I'm calling it Starbucks because every time I drink coffee from Starbucks, I get diarrhea, hence the name Starbucks. Let me see here. All right. Van Logan thought My Right Foot was the name of a movie. Well, okay, he's saying, do I want to have the same type of... Hey, FTV10 tipped $1.99 through the super chat. Thank you. He says, can you tell me what rock bands that I listen to? Well, so pretty much, I don't know if you're new here, but for me, it's always the Beatles, Van Halen, Guns N' Roses, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Foo Fighters. That's always in my top 5. Always has been. Yeah, I've been, yeah, because those are the bands that inspired me the most, more than anyone else. Hey, Shay had 54 points last night. God damn, I did not know that. Christian Ray, the best year of my life was 2016. That was the year when hey, Sam donated $10 through the super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Really means a lot. Thank you. Hey, vegetarian just tipped $5. January's tough one. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. Seriously, this helps. This helps so much, guys. Thank you. You know, it's still brewing. I'm not gonna sip it just yet. But unfortunately, I have sensitive skin, so things, you know, I'm very, well, as the name would imply, very sensitive to temperature. So it's like I can't just grab something. Like I would get so amazed before how my aunt would make fun of me and say, "What do you mean you can't grab this? It's just that. It's just, but it, it's like I can only hold it for a few seconds, so I'm gonna wait a bit longer." Hey, GBE Chris, thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. That really, that means the world to me that you guys want to use a super chat. Thank you so much. Because it helps put food in my refrigerator. So I appreciate you. Yeah, FTV 10. Yeah, I like the Rolling Stones a lot, of course. I think I would say, man, it's tough. Miss You is one of my favorite songs from them. I also really like, I mean, they have so many. It's like, Wild Horses is great. Jumping Jack Flash. Sympathy for the Devil. Tumbling Dice. Yeah, I love a lot of Rolling Stone songs. Hey, and Sid Hearth has 350. Sid wish I could give more. Oh, hey, that's fine. That's you don't have to worry about that at all. Just the fact that you decided to tip with the super chat is just amazing all by itself. Thank you so much. Anyone? Let's see. Wash Guns says, anyone here play MMOs? Yeah, that you would have to. That would be for the other people in the chat because I don't play online multiplayer games at all. I only stick to single player, or if we're doing local multiplayer, I'll do that. Like if me and someone else were playing a fighting game, or we're doing like a WWE game or basketball, or if we're doing, I don't know, like Mario Kart, Mario Party, stuff like that. Spooky says you've been listening to Buddy Holly, Jackie Wilson. Oh wow. Oh yeah, I like that stuff. Spooky. I spent lots of time listening to a lot of the James Brown songs. Listening like especially like James, because I know James Brown people like to listen to the stuff from him from the 60s, but James Brown in the 50s was amazing as well. Yes, yes, Sam. That big polar vortex affected us here too, because that's why it was snowing. Or it was like 19 degrees over here. Renee, when do I plan on getting a car? Whenever I have enough money for the first week's Uber rental. Hey, Goose and Infinitus, there you go. Found a game for you two to play. That's great. Wait, crap. I missed something. Oh yeah. Yeah, Alex says, Jaren, I want to get your thoughts. What do you think about male loneliness? A lot of people are talking about it these days. Do you think it's a real thing? Have you heard about it? Of course I've heard about it. That's like a huge thing that Dr. K, and I'm sure other people talk about it too, but it's a real thing that he's trying to get people more aware of. And I mean, my thoughts about it are, well, I mean, shit, look at me. I'm going through it, but I'm not using that as an excuse to hold myself back on it. Like, it's just, I've got the limitations just because my rental car that I was depending on for transportation for everything got taken away, all because of some stupid company policy with Hertz. But if I did have a car, I would be going out and driving, just hell, even doing things that people think are too old-fashioned, like just going to the library, finding a park. I would be doing that stuff. F says, what YouTube channels or techniques would you recommend using to improve your self-confidence? Well, I mean, I talk about these people a lot, but I'll say them again for those who haven't heard it. That would be Dr. K from the channel Healthy Gamer GG. He is the first person I've seen that was able to describe what depression is like my experience. Like he's able to describe my experience almost word for word. Like, it's like the way that he's able to eloquently describe what it feels like, and then the way he describes how to get out of it, like, is just genius. Because I have been a massive supporter of Dr. K since I want to say like since March of 2022. I think that's the first video I ever saw from him. All right, okay, Spooky, I have to disagree with you. Why Dr. K is not a professional gaslighter? Where the fuck would you think of something like that? That's a real issue if you think that about him. I haven't seen any of the Sonic movies at all. Boo-hoo, I absolutely, of course, am hyped for the Royal Rumble. 1,000,000,000%. It's going to be exciting. Yeah, I've heard great things. I just haven't seen it. Because where are the Sonic movies at? Oh, that's right, because they're on Paramount Plus. Yeah. I don't have a Paramount Plus subscription. I even heard good things about the Knuckles show. I love how Mario and Sonic, the two games that most people think of when they think of what is a video game, I love how those are the two that have adaptations into movies that have been done right. At least I've seen the Mario movie and I loved it. Like, I thought it was so clever the way they did it. I loved the Mario movie. If you fucking told me before the Mario movie came out that they were going to make an official, like real official Super Mario Brothers movie, and you told me Chris Pratt was going to do the voice of Mario, Charlie Day was going to be the voice of Luigi, Anya Taylor-Joy was going to be the voice of Peach, and Seth Rogen was going to be Donkey Kong, and Jack Black was going to be Bowser, I would have said that's going to be a fucking disaster. And then I actually saw it and loved it. Just goes to show, don't judge a book by its cover. Now I'm thinking though, if they were ever going to do a spin-off of that, I feel like they already have everything set up anyway to have to do a Donkey Kong Country movie. I think that would be really cool. I just find it unfortunate, though, that we have Donkey Kong and then we have Diddy Kong, which, it's an unfortunate name that his name is Diddy Kong. Nothing like laughing at a Diddy joke to get me out of depression. Instrumental bass, that's how I laugh. Are you that same guy that left a comment, and I don't even want to fucking remember I don't know what video it was, where you were fuck me, I'm losing my train of thought. That's what happens when I start getting stressed. Because you remind me of someone else, instrumental bass, you remind me of someone else in the comments that was being, and I'm not saying you are this person, but you remind me of that guy that kept saying, that was saying, you're never gonna get a girlfriend, look at the way you fucking laugh. Like, I got no control over that. That's the sound that comes out of my mouth whenever I find something is so funny, I inaudibly make a sound of joyous laughter that comes out of me. That's just how it is. And if we watch a Dave Chappelle or a Bill Burr or a insert your favorite comedian here, I will be making that sound over and over again. And if you don't like it, you don't have to stay. Because I never would have thought I would be at a place where I have to defend the sound of my fucking laugh to a stranger on the internet. But that's what happens. Man, Celestial Seasonings, they make good tea. Okay, says, why do you get offended so easily? Have you been paying attention to what I'm not myself right now? You should be saying, why do you get offended so easily today? And all you have to do is rewind back to the beginning of the episode, or this live stream, and you'll see it. Because I already said it, and I'm pretty sure you were still here when I explained why I am the way I'm feeling currently today, so. Jordan420 says it feels hard to go outside almost every other day. It's not. It shouldn't be. Because when I was able to rent cars for Uber, so I actually had a fucking car. It was great. I got to go out, take a break whenever I wanted, go back to work whenever I wanted. Everything, the car was insured, and you can tell the longer time goes on since December 19th. You can tell it's been making me crazier. Not knowing when I'll be able to just go out again when it's not just to go to the grocery store and come right back home. Renee, have I ever lived in a car? Yeah. I've had to do that in 2021 when I was homeless. There were days when I couldn't get a hotel or a motel room, so I did sleep in the fucking parking lot, and it was fucking horrible. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst well, there's one enemy that I wish they would know what it felt like, but I won't bring that up again. F says, really like the song, be proud of yourself. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Spooky says, do I ever watch DSP Gaming? I've never seen him. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about it. Hi. Just the less I talk about it, the better, or else we're gonna be here for 12 hours. No. I mean, I don't know if there's a video of me talking about that person. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm not gonna go back to check because it's just gonna bring back the memories even worse. F says, what do you do when you're having a bad day to make yourself feel better? Well, for me, it's this. Just coming back here. Because I've regressed back into my past self, and I don't like that. The only way to go back to your higher self is do what that person would be doing. I learned this from Aaron Doty. He says, your higher self would be making one video a day, or live streaming every day, or something around there. And I haven't been holding up to that, but I'm just glad that week of not feeling great is over, and now I can just take the steps towards being back to me. Dave, this is not a dating channel. And mods, I know you do this. Don't delete his message. Leave it up there. He's new here. I'm only going to say this once. This channel is me talking about, or normally, today's different, but it's about normally me talking about movies, video games, TV shows, basketball, or wrestling. So if you're here to, Dave, if you're here to watch me talk about, but you seem to be a normal, level-headed person, unlike other people that talk about than other people that talk about confidence. But unfortunately, a video that I thought nobody was going to watch turned into my most viewed video of all time. And so there's a lot of people that expect certain videos from me in that self-improvement community. But today is my first live stream back, Dave, because yeah, that video brought you here. Well, I'm glad you get to see me so I could tell you what the channel's actually about. Because if you just scroll around, you can see I'm a guitar player, I'm a singer, but I also want to be like an ESPN commentator or type of commentator when it comes to movies and TV and video games. But unfortunately, since 2017, I ended up getting in 2017 I got diagnosed with general anxiety disorder and social anxiety disorder. Then in 2019, after a bunch of shit that I won't get into, I also ended up being diagnosed with major depressive disorder, and unfortunately, 1 week ago I entered into a depressive episode again for the first time in quite a while. So I'm normally in a much better mood than I currently am in right now, Dave. So I hope that you like my other content and you decide to stick around, and hopefully later on you'll get to see me. Yeah, Cammy says a tea drinker. Yeah, because I can't have caffeine anymore. And even when I try to drink decaf, that's why I like to call Starbucks Starbutts, because every time it happens without fail, every time I get coffee, even if it is decaf from Starbucks, I give it diarrhea, which is why ever since then I have called them Starbutts. So I didn't buy Starbucks. I went out to them and got this for free because they were giving these away when you ordered one drink back when I used to drink coffee. I'll just call you RTK. I don't know if I have IBS. I don't know. But all I know is when I consume caffeine, my blood pressure gets dangerously high, and then I get diarrhea. And then I start tweaking like Cornholio does in Beavis and Butthead. Dave says, you seem like a cool dude, so I'll follow you. Thank you so much, Dave. I appreciate that. I have not seen The Walking Dead. I've got 10 years of that shit to catch up on. But I do watch AMC. I haven't been watching AMC lately, but I do love Breaking Bad, and I love Mad Men. Yes, I agree. I agree with you, Ben. Just try to occupy your mind on positive things and hobbies. Don't give the bad thoughts any energy. Exactly. Because Joe Dispenza said this, where attention goes, energy flows. Exactly. You are correct, Ben. Steven says, I've been watching for a very long time and I love every video make and just what the fuck is that? For a second there, I don't know what the hell it is. I heard a noise that was freaking me out, and well, it is because, you know, it's cold and Texas is not used to having these cold temperatures, but the faucets, they told us here to leave the faucets running, like leave them just dripping so that problems don't happen, but started to make some weird noise and I had to check it out, but you know, things seem to be fine for right now. Favorite character from Breaking Bad? Um, I mean, I mean, I like. I know people say you're not supposed to like Walter White, but Bryan Cranston is such a great actor that, you know, every time he's on screen, you always pay it, like you always pay attention to him. But I like Jesse, Pinkman, of course. I liked what's his name, Hank was great. But of course, you know, everyone's gonna say this already, but of course, you know, um, Gus Fring is one of the greatest villains of all time. Uh, and yeah, love Breaking Bad. Oh, Infinitus. I got okay. Yeah, I can't have any pets. I'm. Oh, that's a long. Oh, it's not a very long story, but I just, I'd rather not talk about why I don't want pets. I'm just gonna keep that to myself. But I'll just say I'm not an animal person. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't know. Um, when I'll make more music again. It'll happen. Just don't expect anything overnight. Uh, I mean, any kind of metal, RTK, you're going to want something with humbuckers. And I know that doom metal, they use fuzz pedals a lot, so you would definitely need a fuzz pedal. I don't know. I'm the last person you want to ask, but from the very, 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 very little I've seen about doom metal, all I know is you just, you're going to need, I think they play in lower tunings, so you would want to get a guitar with heavier gauge. You would want to have a guitar get set up for heavier gauge strings. So maybe like a 10 to 52 gauge set. I think they play like whole step down or something like that. Because standard tuning, the strings from low to high go EAD, GBE. But I know It's very popular in metal. I mean, I don't really do this, but you can most of them like to go, a lot of them go a whole step down. So it would be DGC FAD, and then a lot of the times they would do what's called drop C, where you would take the low E string and tune it down to match where the D string would be, but that would be the C note, so they would do that. At least that's, I mean, but that just goes for lots of metal in general. You know, I feel like unfortunately there's not enough metal being played in standard tuning anymore, and I miss that. I would like that to make a comeback. But yeah, I would just say get a guitar with humbuckers and make sure you would get it set up for lower tunings, and eventually you would need a fuzz pedal, RTK. Oh, no problem, RTK. Yeah, Kyle, I made a video. Yeah, it's crazy. That video is called "I Went to the Hospital and Thought I Would Die" or something along those lines. You can watch that. I'm not gonna repeat it, but it was and I recorded that video at, like, as soon as I went home for the hospital, because I said I gotta say it, let everything off my chest now, because it was fucking nuts. Lewis, I understand you're joking, but just know we don't talk about politics here. Oh, AGG, no. So this is not a drink from Starbucks. This is a Starbucks cup that I got for free, and I'm just drinking some hot tea with it. And of course, it is caffeine free. But yeah, Kyle, yeah, that's a lot more than just the caffeine why I went to the hospital. It's a combination of taking Dayquil because I had a bad cold, and then that cold turned into a fever, and then yeah, it's just you can just watch that video. And then I was also eating very unhealthy that day as well. It just made it even worse. All about blood pressure. It's extremely high blood pressure, plus you're having a cold, and then that cold medicine makes your blood pressure even higher than it is normally. It was not a fun night. Not a fun night. And the thing that they said is hilarious, you just go and watch that video. Yeah, I call them Starbucks because, number one, it's asinine. See what I did there? Asinine. It's asinine that it's so expensive. Number two, every time I have consumed any beverage, even if it is decaf from Starbucks, I always get diarrhea, and that's why ever since I got diarrhea from them the first time, they have forever been known to me as Starbucks. What do you mean Starbucks is greasy? Why would there be oil in coffee? I don't, unless I'm extremely stupid and I don't understand that coffee has natural oils in it. I don't get that. Oh, David, yes, I love the band Kiss, of course. Ace Frehley is one of my biggest heroes, absolutely. Man, I did not know that they use weird oils at Starbucks. Another reason to avoid them. That is, man, I'm learning a lot today. I did not know that about Starbucks. I love how I've been calling them Starbutts for so long. It's become normal for me to say Starbutts instead of Starbucks now. Yes, Firehouse. Great song, Spooky. Yeah, Kyle says, I have watched it several times when I need a good laugh. This shit story is gold. Excuse me, hiccups. Shit story is gold. I don't think you realize how much potential you have on YouTube. The girlfriend video got over 1 million views. Well, it got over 1 million views because it was a topic that I didn't know was such a huge hot button issue. I didn't know. So that was just dumb luck. Lewis, have you ever tried to speedrun a game? No. Speedrunning doesn't sound very fun to me. I'm not urban exploration on YouTube. No. Number one, I'm very broke. Number two, it's just, what do you mean by urban exploration? I have, like, that just, what, are you talking about people that bring a camera with them and they visit bad neighborhoods? No. I've been doing everything in my fucking power with every ounce of my being to make sure I don't have to go to a bad neighborhood. Because staying at, fuck, what's the name of that place? Oh God, what was that place called? See, you see what I mean when I say the stressful memories? I've been blanking some of those out. But when I was homeless in 2021, I went to a place called In-Town Suites. In-Town Suites in Houston. I won't dare say what location, but that was in a bad neighborhood. And that's when I knew, after staying at that place for 2 weeks, thank God I found a different hotel in a much safer, much cleaner neighborhood. Because every time I went back to that parking lot, I didn't know if my fucking car was going to get stolen. Because that car I had was the newest car there by about 10 years. And it wasn't even, and my car wasn't even that new. Or, well, it was a 2018 Nissan Versa. Yeah, okay, maybe it was still new, but still. Like, it's just, you know, you're in a rough neighborhood when there's just a bunch of people that are just standing in the parking lots doing absolutely nothing. You get in your car, you drive, and then I do my hours of my 6, 7, 8 hours of Uber for the day. I come back to that hotel where I was staying at, and those same exact people are still there, just standing, just staring at people. You meant abandoned places? Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's just. That's the thing. That's why I feel very fortunate that I don't, because that's just. It's terrifying. I mean, just look at me. I look like Popeye pre-spinach. I wouldn't last. Oh, instrumental bass, go fuck yourself. I'm having a tough time imagining him being outside. Go fuck yourself. I have plenty of fucking videos with me going outside. People like you and other people with your same fucking attitude can fuck off! That motherfucker pissed me off so much I had to make myself another cup of tea. Ugh. Flick is having fun says I saw you at Subway. Well, there's no fucking way that you saw me at Subway because I haven't been able to leave my house since fucking what? When was the last time I went out? Fucking I don't even remember the last time I went to a goddamn Subway. And why the fuck would you be at a fucking Subway anyway? Go to Jersey Mike's where they actually make good sandwiches. If you see me at a Subway, that's when you know I've officially hit rock fucking bottom, because I wouldn't want to be caught dead at the McDonald's of sandwiches. Fuck Subway. Now you're getting my inner Bill Burr and Joey Diaz out. Fun fact, or maybe not so fun fact, one of my favorite comedians, Tom Segura, actually auditioned to play Jared from Subway's brother in those commercials, where Jared, that piece of shit Jared Fogle, was advertising saying, hey, here's some healthy sandwiches like the turkey breast or whatever, and Tom Segura was going to say, or you can try the meatball sandwiches. He talks about it when Tom was on an episode of Colbert. Here we go. The perfect tea to be drinking in this fucking moment right now. The Tension Tamer. Because that's exactly what I need. Oh shit, we're at 63 views! Holy shit! Holy shit! Let's get a WWE chant going. We're at 63 viewers. Record broken. Record broken twice today. That is amazing. The most amount of viewers I ever had before this was 62 viewers. Now we're at 63. That is great. That helps. That helps. That helps me. It hit 65? All right. All right. Alrighty. But it did hit 65. That's great. Let's see if we can get to 70. And then maybe 100. Well, I've got cup of tea number 2. All right, so good to know. We got up to 65 viewers today. Rattlehead said if you had only 2 choices, McDonald's or Subway, well, in that case, that would be the only time I would pick Subway, just because Subway is a little bit healthier than McDonald's. But, fun fact, in Ireland, Subway's bread cannot legally be called bread in the country of... I don't know how it cannot be called bread in Ireland just because I believe all of Subway's bread has 5 grams of sugar in it. And as soon as I learned that, that was yet another reason to want to avoid Subway. Yeah, but the thing is, at Subway, the quality of the ingredients isn't that great. That's why I called Subway the McDonald's of sub sandwiches. Because it's just, fuck me. I don't know what it is about fucking... I don't know why. Like, I've never been angry about Subway ever before in my life, but for whatever fucking reason, I don't know. Just go to Jersey Mike's. Be a real man, or be a real woman and go to Jersey Mike's instead of fucking Subway. Ooh, I actually like the Tension Tamer a lot better than the Peach Tea. You don't have a Jersey Mike's? Okay, then find a Quiznos. Or a Potbelly. Or Lenny's subs. Or Firehouse subs. Any sub place that's not Subway, I guarantee they're going to be better than fucking Subway. And it's not that and the thing is, it's not that they're so terrible, but it's like you have so many better options than fucking Subway. No, I have never watched Glee. I don't like musicals. Yes, spooky. Burritos are great as well. Yeah, you like shawarma and burritos. Yeah. I've only had shawarma a few times, but of course, the Avengers introduced me to shawarma. Exactly, vegetarian. They say, but you're the one making the sandwich. Well, yeah, but exactly what vegetarian says. Subway freezes and then thaws everything. Thank you. Now I know the answer why they suck so fucking much. Thank you. Thank you, vegetarian. Thank you. Oh, man. Fucking Subway. Eat fresh. Eat my... oh, Jesus Christ. I love how Subway's slogan is eat fresh. Yeah, fucking right, eat fresh. You want to know how you eat fresh? By not going to fucking Subway. Oh yeah, Flick is having fun. Yes, I like Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's is great. I became an even bigger fan of Jimmy John's once I found out that they sponsor... Once I found out that they sponsor Brock Lesnar. EK, I don't play MMOs. I don't play any online multiplayer games. I play single player games 90% of the time. And when I play multiplayer, it's only local. Only local only local multiplayer. Now, the only musical-ish thing I sat through and liked was the musical episode of The Flash, where it was the crossover between him and Supergirl. I liked that one a lot. That was kind of clever the way they handled that. I think that was in 2018 or 2017. I still only ever saw up to season 3 of The Flash on the CW, so what the fuck do I know? However, I like Grant Gustin as The Flash a lot. I thought he did a fantastic job. Just like I loved Melissa Benoist as Supergirl, and I loved Stephen Amell as the Green Arrow. That whole Arrowverse thing I loved all of it. I watched damn near every single episode of the Arrowverse live as it aired on the CW. But now NXT is on the CW, so now that's one way I could watch the CW again. But I mean, I've got a local TV antenna, but it has a lot of issues. What the hell? Vegetarian says, there's this guy, Panicky Pickle, who plays 60 hours a week of Helldivers 2? 60 hours of anything is... what? Every week? Every fucking week? No, that doesn't sound right to me. Good gravy. Although you like the Wonka Timothy Chalamet movie. I don't think I've even seen the one with Johnny Depp. Lewis, I'm pretty sure you've seen me answer that question before. Yes, I plan on paying. What the fuck do you mean? Do you plan on play? Oh, when it's released. Yeah, of course. GTA 6, day one, that disc in my hand, just like I did for Spider-Man 2. It will be live streamed at midnight or whatever time they choose to release it. I will play it. Of course I will. Of course. If it does indeed come out this year. And yeah, Spooky, I have absolutely zero desire to play any MMOs. Because if I already don't want to be playing them and then I'm just making myself sit through it, it's not going to be a good time for anyone. Yeah, 60 hours every week, that just my brain can't even compute that. How the hell does someone play video games, let alone one game, for 60 hours in 1 week every week? Like, that guy that guy has to just, what the hell? That broke me reading that. No, I didn't play any MMOs in the 2000s. I never did. I never got into PC gaming. The only time I truly started playing games on PC was 2015. Yeah, that's exactly Lewis Baker. MMOs aren't good for people who have to work full time. Yeah, I totally get that. I gotta go piss. You're watching this stream on a RTX 4070. This laptop has an RTX 2060. All right. Vegetarian has a Nitro 5. Awesome entry-level gaming laptop that's scalable. Yeah, please stop saying that fucking word, guys. Thank you, Lewis. I lost half my viewers because I went to go to the restroom. Because this is not a normal stream. Oh, whoops. Jesus. Just realized I had the recording paused and the microphone was way the fuck on the other side of the desk. Who do I think is taking the chip this year? Ooh, shit. Finally, some fucking basketball talk instead of trying to fend off these fucking red pill black pill motherfuckers. Finally, a real question. I think it's going to come down to either the Celtics and the Thunder or the Thunder and the Cavs. I mean, a lot of shocking stuff would have to happen for, I would say, for the Celtics to, I'll just say it'll be shocking to me if the Thunder don't make it to the Western Conference Finals, and it will be shocking to me if the Eastern Conference Finals doesn't come down to the Cavs and the Celtics, which I find very funny because the Cavs and the Celtics faced each other in the second round for the playoffs last year, but this year they're doing much, I don't think anyone expected them to hold the number one seed for this far ahead. Yeah, it would be exciting for the Cavs. Absolutely would be. But I don't hate the Celtics, but they've gotten themselves in that position now where people are starting to really hate them again. Oh yeah, I think Westbrook, I don't think any of us were, I don't think any of us are, damn, what the hell is that? I'm using a double negative. I think a lot of us are shocked to see how well Westbrook is doing in Denver. At first, he wasn't having that many great games, but then seeing him do well again, it's great. I love it. I love Russell Westbrook. He's one of my favorite players. It's just, you could tell he just wasn't himself during the Clippers. Or, I mean, he was doing a lot better on the Clippers than he was on the Lakers, but yeah, it's just because LA is where Russ is from, and it would have been cool to see him do well on the Lakers or the Celtics, but yeah, it's just having LeBron and Westbrook on the same team was never going to work. And, it was cool to see Harden and Westbrook on the same team again when they were on the Clippers. But yeah, you can tell Russ is gelling really well in Denver. No, I don't know anything about what's going on at CES. I'm more interested in the NAMM show, where all the instrument companies are showing their new stuff for 2025. Did I keep up with the CES? Oh, yeah, I already read that. Yep. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. He's a real tenacity, plays 100%. Great person off the court. Yeah. Yeah, I just noticed on the thumbnail, I probably shouldn't have been wearing a black shirt with the black background. Oh well. Yeah, that's a risk, unfortunately, Siddharth. I would love to react to the NBA highlights because we don't have cable, so the only way to really watch the games or try to keep up with multiple teams is to watch those highlights. But yeah, me and my aunt, we watch those all the time. Yeah, because I did that one time in 2021 or 2020 in the bubble and then immediately copyright a copyright claim, but still, it was taken, it said worldwide taken down, and yet for whatever fucked up reason, I see so many other people reacting to the same exact highlights, and they get to leave theirs like I wouldn't even care if they got demonetized. Just the fact that people can watch that, so you could actually really see my love for basketball. What you could see it on my face as I'm watching it, getting into the different games. I would love to be able to do that, Sid Hearth, but it's too much of a risk to my channel, unfortunately. Yeah, Flight does reacts. Yeah, I've seen them. Yeah. Spooky, what's my main gaming system? That would be the PlayStation 5. But I'm not playing any games because my live stream is brain's getting all fucked up because it has been at the pawn shop, I want to say since October, I think. So yeah. Oh yeah, Kyle, I absolutely cannot wait either for the Royal Rumble. That's gonna be some hype shit. We get to see that Cody versus Kevin match, the ladder match too, and then I love that we finally get to see. Oh man, I'm so happy to get to see a Royal Rumble live, and the fact that this is also John Cena. This is his final Royal Rumble, and I'll get to watch it live because I just realized John Cena is the first legend I'm seeing where I get to witness him retire. That's the first time for me because I don't know how much longer Randy Orton or Rey Mysterio are going to keep wrestling, but yeah, I'll be there too whenever they eventually decide to also go on their own retirement tours. Well, Lewis Baker, I can't give you an opinion on that because I've never heard a single Polyphia song. So when you say modern shred, when you say like Tim Henson, I wouldn't know. But I did hear that Tim Henson was drunk during his interview with DiMarzio Pickups, which I find kind of funny to think about somebody drunk trying to play guitar. I will say though, Lewis, Tim Henson, I've seen his signature Ibanez guitar. It's pretty cool looking. Like he's got the it's not the same inlays on the fretboard as the Gem guitars, but something kind of like that. Kind of a take on it. Yeah, I feel like the only ones that have like those real intricate inlays are Steve Vai, Tim Henson, and Nita Strauss. Because Nita Strauss's Ibanez guitars, they have like what looks like an EKG monitor. It was a really cool way they designed it. Yeah, Kyle, I would like to see that if Brock Lesnar did return at the Rumble. That would be great. Ah, God. Eyebrows get itchy. And it's also going to be fun. I hope that CM Punk and John Cena end up facing each other because Punk has been taunting him a lot lately. Oh, the one with the that I've seen that like slim nylon string guitar. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, those are pretty cool. I'm just I've never liked the nylon string guitars. I mean, those classical flamenco players are amazing to watch, but that's not something for me. If I do finger picking, it's just on a regular steel strings. Yeah. The FRH 10N. Okay. Let's look it up. Oh, yeah, I've seen this one before. Yeah, these are pretty cool. I just wish they could make a steel string version of it. But when it comes to anything like related to acoustic guitars, though, I would really like when I have the money, I would love to buy a Fender, one of those Acoustasonic guitars. Like it's the ultimate hybrid blend of an acoustic and electric. That would be great, especially on songs where if it's just me singing and just strumming an acoustic, I would love to have one of those Fender Acoustasonics. I love how the more I talk about the stuff I'm passionate about, viewer count goes down. Viewer count goes up whenever I get pissed off. And then there's going to be people clipping that and saying, don't be like this guy. Because I've seen that fucking shit happen. Yeah, it's it's a very stressful thing to fucking deal with. Uh uh Yeah, spooky. If the real money maker is always being upset and angry all the time and damaging my mental health, I know that there's other people on YouTube that talk about movies and video games and TV shows, and they don't have to be angry or upset every single video. So why can't I do that as well? Exactly, Lewis. Exactly, Lewis. Never feed the trolls. Because because that's the thing. If you ever see me being pissed off, I'm not, that's the real me. Because I don't hide my emotions. I'm not like these fucking red pillars that always say, oh, just chuck the big man. All those fucking people. I swear to God, red pill is a cult. They're so similar in their fucking thinking, and I hate that it's infecting so many people, especially younger people that might be 18 or 19 or 20. They're growing up looking at that, thinking that shit is okay, thinking that shit is normal, to just be a toxic asshole. Like, no, that's not the way. Hey, Chaser Wave. I've been depressed for the last week, and I get into it a lot more often. My mood is elevated a little bit since the start of the stream, but whenever the stream's done, you can just go back to the beginning and see it, and all the explanation that you'll need is right there. But yeah, I'm not myself right now. Now, Spooky, don't say the world likes it that way. You don't get to speak for other people like that. Because you saying the world likes it, everyone sucks, everyone's angry, everyone's bitter, people love the negativity, blah, blah, blah. That's because you're only looking at it from one perspective. Jesus, Lewis. Okay, I was going to say, you said just kidding. Good gravy. No, don't you dare, Spooky, come on now. Don't say most people. Where are you getting this information from? When you say most people, it's not most people. It's an incredibly vocal, loud chamber of the internet that doesn't speak for all the human beings. Because guess what? I've never seen a person in real life
that talks the way so many of these toxic pieces of shit do. All right? Because when I go out here, and you would think, because I live in Texas, there would be so many people that would be red pillars or black pillars. And guess what? I've never met one in real life. Exactly, Lewis. It's not a fucking dog-eat-dog world everywhere. It's because so many people's minds have been brainwashed by these fucking red pill and black pill communities, and it's, you know, and they try to infect other people, and it's just, oh God, I fucking hate it so much, man. Because guess what, motherfuckers? I know it's possible. You might not want to believe it, but I know you can do what you want in your life without having to be a jerk, and just because you have a frail little ego and you want to use your fucking muscles to hide the fact that you're just doing that to look for other people's approval. It's like having giant muscles doesn't make you any more of a, or any more or less of a man than anyone else. Exactly, LimeWire. Laugh my ass off. Most people, yeah, Spooky. You're starting. Spooky, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Because if you are the age that I think you are, it might explain a lot about your behavior. Or I should say a lot about your worldview. You're going to be 30 this year, I see. I see. Because I would have thought you were 19 or 20. Which is weird. You seem to agree with a lot of what the younger generation thinks, which is weird. But whatever, we're all different human beings. But well, Siddharth, yeah, there's no way he's 30 because he's 29. Ugh. See, it's so funny how comments will show up in the chat room, but like they'll show up on the Streamlabs, but they don't show up on the YouTube chat room because it's like they get automatically blocked. Like someone said something about Rhea or Liv, but I couldn't read it the full way through. Sounded like someone is way too fucking thirsty. Yeah, Spooky, I get it. Younger people are getting diagnosed now, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of why I'm glad I was able to be diagnosed when I was diagnosed with depression when I was 24. Because, you know, in 2019, people were much more open and aware of talking about mental health. Whereas, you know, even though as much as I love saying I would love to be alive in the 80s or just be an adult during the 90s, I mean, that would, you know, there would be a lot of problems with that. FTV 10, do you watch movies? Is the sky blue? Yesterday, I actually just saw the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nicolas Cage and Pedro Pascal. It's a movie where Nicolas Cage plays himself, and it was great. Loved it. Very entertaining. Very self-aware. Loved it. Oh, I heard about there was a remake to Nosferatu. Hey, FTV, Quentin Tarantino is also my favorite director. Or okay. Wait, Spooky says that he says the key attributors to success are very consistent. Okay, you said consistent on that. Yeah, good genes, good family upbringings, high IQ, no mental illness. But I've seen lots of people that aren't that, I've seen people that have had mental illness that don't have an extremely high IQ, and yet they're able to make plenty enough money. It just seems like you're coming up with ways to, and don't take this the wrong way, Spooky, but it just seems like you're trying to feed into that narrative that everything is fixed, like that you can't get out of what you're currently in order to, make enough money, but or something. I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, I miss David Lynch. David Lynch was probably, if Tarantino's my number one favorite director, David Lynch was number two. Like, I made a video, my reaction to the ending of the second season of Twin Peaks, and then they didn't have the third season until 25 years later. But man, yeah, I love Twin Peaks so much. I love Blue Velvet. However, I have not seen Lost Highway or Dune or Eraserhead, but now I really want to go back and watch those. But also, David Lynch was the first person that made me aware of what meditation is. Because there was a video that he watched, he made, where I think it was like 15 minutes, where he talks about explains transcendental meditation. And in 2017, when I saw that for the first time, I was just way too, I just wasn't mature enough to be able to fully understand it, to get it, and to practice it until now. It wasn't until 2022 when I I miss David Lynch a lot. He was definitely one of the most creative minds. Like, I don't have to say anything else about him that hasn't already been said, but just what a brilliant creative mind he had. And I think the first video I ever saw from him, just talking, just an interview, was he was cooking quinoa. He was making a video where he was making quinoa. And he just told this story, and then you heard a score. Like, he made an actual score to the soundtrack where he would talk about something about he was on a train when he was like maybe 19 or 20 or something. I don't know if you've seen that video before, but Jason Barrios, welcome. You saw Mulholland Drive this weekend? Yeah, I love Mulholland Drive. That's one of my other favorite David Lynch movies. Yeah, I still have to see David Lynch's Dune because I want to watch that before I watch what's his name? The fuck is his name? Denis Villeneuve's newer Dune movies. I want to watch the David Lynch Dune. I think the last time I checked, it was available to stream on Max. It's funny, your name is David. You never saw any of his movies. You gotta see it. You gotta see them. I would say David. Fuck. I mean, any of them. You could pick any of them. Like Mulholland Drive. I have not seen Lost Highway, but I have to see it. There's also. Yeah, it's just really sad because I love Twin Peaks. And I think for a first David Lynch movie, David, name's also David, I would say watch Blue Velvet first. Yeah, Cosmic Clam, please, anything that has to do at all with politics, don't talk about it here, Cosmic Clam. I know you know the rules. Please don't bring it up here. Yeah, Twin Peaks is that's like my favorite thing David Lynch has done, but it's also the first thing I ever saw from David Lynch because I loved it because it just felt like they were showing an art house cinema movie, but it was an entire TV show and it was airing, I believe at the time it was airing on ABC, but then season 3 aired on Showtime. But yeah, I thought, like, I didn't even know that David Lynch had emphysema by the time he died. So, yeah, it's sad. And I'm going to miss him. And there will never, ever, ever, ever be a creative mind like his ever again. Yeah, Jonathan Markham, watch the movie Blue Velvet. I think that's a good thing to get into because David Lynch's movies, like, it can get weird. Like, he does a lot of abstract things. And then before, when David Lynch, whenever someone would try to ask him a lot about the meaning of something, he would, okay, here we go with the impressions again. But he would always say something like, "It doesn't matter what I say about it. What matters is what do you think about the movie? I want to know what your opinion is. Tell me what you thought about it." That's I used to work on a David Lynch impression a little bit, but I miss him. He's out of the directors that I would watch, I've seen more interviews with Quentin Tarantino and David Lynch more than any other interviewers. Well, that's not true. I did actually watch a lot of stuff with Matt Reeves when he was directing the Planet of the Apes movies, and I got to see him again. And or I guess James Gunn, another director that I watch a lot of because I just think those are all very cool people with interesting minds. And yeah, I've never seen Boogie Nights. Never seen it. I gotta piss again. Yeah, I've heard about Boogie Nights. Like, I've heard people mention the name, but yeah, I really don't know anything about it. Hmm. What's my favorite impression to do, and can I do it? It's been a while since I've done it, but I can, let me see. Oh, fuck, that was, okay. See, I do this thing a lot where as soon as I start doing the voice, I instantly hear how bad it sounds, and I immediately abandon ship. So let me, I mean, I was drinking tea. I thought it would work, but let's see. Let's guess if we, let's see if we can do the impression that I'm trying to do. Watching live stream you are, huh? Oh, God, that was bad. Fuck. Wearing green shirt, Jaren is. Oh, it's too gravelly. He's not that gravelly. Fuck. It's been years since I did it. Like, when I was 19, when I was 20, I was able to make so many people laugh their asses off with it. Because... yeah. Oh, let's see. Fuck. I'm gonna get it. I got repetition is key. Consistency is key. Let me see if I can really do it. Fuck it. Let me just say some official quotes instead of trying to make shit up on the spot, because I think that's what's fucking me up. Let me see. Hang on. Give me a second. You know what? Let me do it without my glasses. That way I don't have to stare. I don't have to read the chat room, so I can concentrate better. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to the dark side. What else? What else does he say? Do or do not. There is no trust. See, the problem is it goes back and forth between sounding like Yoda and then sounding like Marge Simpson. Or, oh fuck, I've never done Marge before. Homer. Homer, get your fat ass back here. Okay, no, that doesn't work. But the other one that I can try to do is I could try to. Oh man, I my voice can't get that high for right now, but I always tried to do a Michael Jackson impression, because I was good at doing it a little bit in 2009. Where you would just doing the random noises, like saying hee hee. Oh god, that hurt to do it. Okay, fuck. You know what? Keanu can do my friend Keanu. He can do a great Michael Jackson impression. Any other ones that I can think of at the top of my head? I mean, when I was playing Arkham Asylum, I was really trying as hard as I could to do a Kevin Conroy impression. I'm not gonna let the Joker escape tonight, Jim. You can count on that. Oh, Jar Jar is, oh fuck. I've never tried to do a Jar Jar Binks impression. Oh, you saved me! I love you! So okay, he doesn't. That sounds more in line with like Winnie the Pooh or like Jar Jar. Misa Jar Jar. No, fuck. It's like I can get to that higher pitch, but trying to stay there becomes the real problem. Oh, I can't do Chewbacca. That's the hardest thing for me. Like my Chewbacca is like the worst thing to. It sounds horrific. Hey, Kyle, stop spreading lies. I'm not dating. Kyle, come on now. Kyle, come on. Buddy, I'm not dating anyone. I don't have the income to have a dating life. Yeah. Anyways, Yoda. Yeah. Yep. I can't really do ET. I mean, I haven't seen the movie long enough to be able to do the voice. But, you know what? Let me try doing something. Okay, Cat Williams. I could, I always try to do the Cat Williams impression. But okay, that's too low. I have to be higher. I used to go higher with Cat Williams. If you ever see somebody talking a bunch of shit to you in a fucking YouTube comment section, that's how you know. They ain't shit, they were never shit, and they ain't ever gonna be shit. Know what I'm saying, pimpin'? Cat Williams. Cat Williams. Cat Williams. But that voice also reminds me of the voice that Louis C.K. did when he tried to do an impression of a conspiracy theorist who doesn't believe in the number 11. Like that voice I used for Cat Williams, that's almost kind of like the same voice that Louis did in that 2017 special, if you ever saw it, where he said, what happened to one? What happened? We're here to protest for this bullshit number called number 11. We got what? Because what happened? We are here to ask the government what happened to one teen. Because we got 12, we got 13, 14, motherfucking 15. And we had one teen, a perfectly good number, until the government came up and replaced it with some bullshit called 11. What happened to one teen? Yeah, that's me trying to do Louis C.K.'s bit. Jonathan, fuck no. Nuh-uh, I'm not even gonna dare. I'm not saying that name out loud in a live stream because I want to have a full-time income from YouTube. So, no. All right, you want? Okay, sure. Man, this would be good to try to do some impressions whenever I get back into stand-up again. The Rock. If you, oh fuck, oh god, I gotta be loud for The Rock. Finally, The Rock has come back to Houston. Do you like pancakes? Well then, pancake your ass on this chair. That's The Rock. I can't do Joe Rogan. That's I don't know. Fuck. Joe Rogan, let me see. You see, Jamie, see, it's like I can do the things he talks about with Joe Rogan, but it's kind of hard to do his voice, because I don't think his voice is something that's Joe Rogan's voice is something that's very easily impressionable. I don't know. Let me see. Larry David. No, oh fuck, I can't. What do you mean the store? No, that's too low. What do you mean the store is? Fuck. What do you mean the store is already closed? It's 11:59. You said you were gonna close at midnight. I'm here at 11:59 and not midnight. You better give me my fucking bagels. That's my Larry David. Just complaining about a bagel shop, him arriving 1 minute. Exactly. It's not his voice. It's like, I can complain like Larry David. I can kind of talk a little bit like Joe Rogan. Like I could, yeah, that's the thing. Like Joe Rogan, Larry David, their voices aren't very something that you could, I mean, I know they can be done. It's just, I just don't know how. Like with Joe Rogan, like, because I know when Joe Rogan gets really, like, especially during his stand-up, I know his eyes get really big, and he'll say, "Can you believe it? There was a guy who jumped up and fuck. We only, hey, Jamie, did you know that America was only founded less than 300 years ago? That's not a very long time. Like before, we only had horses. Now we have cars. Now we have electric cars. So the next time you want to go on YouTube and type in a shitty comment, think about that shit. That's me trying to... If you want me to try to do impressions of Joe Rogan, that was it. Not that great. Oh, fuck, Jonathan, that's easy. I need to back the fuck up for this one. Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth! That's easy, Jonathan. Man, I could just feel myself getting banned from the Oscars for 10 years now. Oh, please. I have neighbors who are louder than me. I have neighbors way louder than me. Because there was a time when I was playing with my guitar, using the amp, turning it up, and I thought I was bothering people. Then I talked to my neighbor, and I was asking her, did you ever hear my guitar? And she's like, no. It's like, oh, okay. LimeWire, okay. I'm always laughing when I shouldn't be laughing. I'm always doing an over-exaggerated laugh all the fucking time. Oh, what's that? Oh, that was great. That's Jimmy Fallon. That's my Jimmy Fallon impression. All right, this is kind of fun. Let's keep them coming. That's my Jimmy Fallon. That was my Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, Conan is the GOAT. My wire says I low-key cooked with that one. That's the thing. If this was the 70s and Johnny Carson was still the host, it would matter. I wouldn't have been talking shit. But now, today, it's like, who cares? It's like, you don't need NBC, CBS, or ABC. Those were decades ago, when those were the only 3 TV channels back then. You never needed them. I mean, today you don't need them. I mean, look at Andrew Schultz. You think they would let Andrew Schultz on the fucking Tonight Show? Hell no. He doesn't need them. Besides, like, that's why Conan moved over to podcasting. Because, you know, he did that whole TV talk show format for almost 30 years. And now you can see when Conan is completely unscripted, he doesn't have to follow anything. Him on his podcasts, it's just, he is amazing. Like one of the absolute greatest improvisationalists I've ever seen. I love Conan. I grew up watching him. Conan O'Brien is like, it would be a dream come true to meet him one day. Jonathan, I am not going to do a Brian Johnson impression because that's going to fuck my throat. Oh, no, Kyle. Yeah. No, yeah, I said I will eventually, Kyle, but I'm too fucking broke. And I don't even have a car. It would be fine if I lived in New York or San Francisco or Denver, where there's good public transportation, or even Chicago, but over here, where I live, can't do shit. Yeah, guess this one. I don't got a car, man. I can't do shit. All I'm saying, man, is in order to get that pussy, you gotta get some wheels on you. And I can't do that, man. I can't do that. That was me trying. That was me trying to do Dave Chappelle. I feel like the way you can really anchor yourself into a Chappelle impression is by just saying the word man. Like, for example, like when, you know, like whenever Dave Chappelle says, you know what, man? You know, he just starts to sound a little, it's like, it's a good way to get into it. Yeah. Oh, come on now. Oprah. Fuck. Look under your seat. Look under your seat. Look under your seat. You get a car. You get a car. You get a car. You're all going home with cars. That's my Oprah impression. See, you guys are talking about singers doing impressions. Like, I can't sing right now, guys. I can't do it. Oh, you know, Keanu was good at a Meatwad impression, but fuck, how do you? You know, Meatwad. Fuck. I'm Meatwad. Hey, Shake, Shake. Are you there? Shake. It's like he's kind of gravelly, but still has a higher pitch voice. That's tough for me. Shake. Remember, because there was that guy that was like a giant milkshake, and then I think the other guy was Frylock. I still remember my introduction to Rush was in the Aqua Teen Hunger Force : the movie. Because I love how they make you pronounce colon in it. Oh, yeah, let's see. Fuck. I can really only do Peter laughing. That's Peter Griffin laughing. I need your clothes. Oh, fuck. God, that's bad. I need your boots, your cars, and your clothes. This is not a very good Arnold impression. Put that cookie down! Yeah, it's not good. It's not that good. I'm not doing Pokemon shit. I'm not doing that. The only Pokemon that I know are like the originals. Like, I know Pikachu and Charizard and Bulbasaur and Squirtle, but I don't know enough about Pokemon to really do any impressions. Cartman? Shit. Hey guys, you want some cheesy poofs? Ah, fuck, that's too high. Or too low, I mean. Hey guys, Kyle's mom's a bitch. Oh, Vince McMahon. Shane, I will never forgive your mother for giving birth to you. You're fired. That's my Vince McMahon. That's my Vince. I actually think that's one of the better ones I've done so far. Yeah, I can't, okay. Theo Von, I've tried doing Theo Von before. You know what, man? I knew this one guy. He was all, I was so dumb and young back in my teenage days that I thought that the Xbox was the name of a sex toy. Because when you're that young and you got all the hormones loaded up in your system, man, that's all you think about. All you think about is fucking. So yeah, wasn't until much later when I found out Halo was the name of the game for the Xbox and not a vibrator. That's my Theo Von. That's my Theo Von. Theo Von. I don't know too many people that do a Theo Von impression. I mean, I know Andrew Centino can do a really good one. Okay, I don't even know. Nobody does Ted Bundy. I'm not going to do a Ted Bundy impression. Well, actually, I do know the one line Ted Bundy said to lure victims, because I saw Andrew Schultz do a bit about it in one of his... I believe it was during his stand-up show called Infamous, I believe. Yeah, where Andrew Schultz just said... Because he always said, hey, women, control your pussies, okay? Because this is how Ted Bundy lured someone. He would pretend... Because Ted Bundy would pretend to... he was driving a tan Volkswagen Beetle, and then this is what would happen. He said... Excuse me, miss. My car broke down. Would you mind giving me a hand? That was it. That's what it was like in the 70s. And I don't really know Ted Bundy's voice. Like, that's only... Yeah. No, I'm not gonna play Marvel Rivals. I don't play online multiplayer games. Right, he put his arm in a sling pretending to be injured. That's right. Yeah. He put it, yeah. Chris Hansen. Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Have a seat. Like, that's it. That's all I know. Yeah, Ted Bundy. Real piece of shit. I think he was like one of the first famous killers to die from the death penalty. I think. I mean, but really, that Chris Hansen is just me using my normal voice, just saying whatever he said on the show. Coconuts, of course. I'm excited for GTA 6. Absolutely. Oh, shit. Let me see. Alex says Chris Rock. Can I do a Chris Rock impression? Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what, man? I'm not Chris Hansen. I'm Chris Rock. Welcome. Welcome. Why don't you go take a seat over there? I bet you didn't see that one coming. Chris Rock as Chris Hansen. Now, what the fuck did you think you was gonna get away with, man, huh? What the fuck did you think you was gonna do? Did you serious? Are you really that stupid? Are you really that stupid, motherfucker, that you would be doing such a horrible crime like this? You're one dumb piece of shit. You know that, man? There we go. Chris Rock is Chris Hansen. Yeah, why don't you go take a seat over there? And these FBI agents are gonna take you back where you belong, motherfucker. That is my Chris Rock. I'm surprised because I thought it would be hard to do a Chris Rock voice. Lewis says that's possibly the funniest thing you've ever done on stream, mate. Chris Rock as Chris Rock playing the role of Chris Hansen. Shit, man. Look at the cameras. You're gonna smile. You're famous. You're on Dateline, bitch. Yeah, you said you were gonna bring some fucking chicken and biscuits for them kids. Well, enjoy the crunch from that chicken, bitch, because that's the last fried chicken you're ever gonna enjoy as a free man, motherfucker. Man, shit, I think I'm onto something here. Chris Rock as Chris Hansen. Oh man, I'm gonna add that to my list of jokes. Because I've got a bunch of jokes. Yeah. Yeah, man, you done fucked up right there. You done fucked yourself up real good. I mean, I know, I grew up in Louisiana in the South and shit, and I know lots of people think I'm crazy, but you can have a seat there, and everyone, and hey, FBI agents, look at this crazy dude right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would he think that? Like, I thought I was a dumb Southern motherfucker, but this dude right here, he's gonna go to jail for years, man. So now that's Theo Vaughn hosting To Catch a Predator. Yeah. I think Chris Rock, I'm much better at Chris Rock as Chris Hansen than I am at Theo Vaughn as Chris Hansen. All right, Kyle, let's see. You can get, man, I don't know. You can guarantee that when okay, fuck it, I need some props. You can guarantee that when I kick Hulk Hogan's ass at WrestleMania, it's gonna be one good ass kicking, and he's gonna get it, and he's gonna get it good. Oh yeah! My first time ever attempting a Macho Man impression. I had to dig out my clip-ons for that. So yeah, Kyle, that's my Macho Man impression. Jack Talks, the last movie that I watched was The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It's the movie where Nicolas Cage plays himself. It was great. Enjoyed it. And Pedro Pascal is a super rich fan. I saw that yesterday. Oh. Oh, fuck. Okay. Now, see, now trying to do accents is tough, but I'll try it out, Jonathan. Can't you see, sir? Can't you? Oh, fuck, that's tough. Fuck it, I'll just do him as Alfred. Sir, your family, oh, okay, fuck it. The British accent is so fucking hard for me to try to do an impression of. Like, it is so tough. Like, I was trying to do a Michael Caine, but I can't even, I don't know what to do with my vocal cords to even, like, I think I need to try to learn how to do a British accent first. Exactly, Jonathan. I'm too American. That's the problem. Jack, no, that shirt with the lollipops is not for sale. It's mine. I'm sorry, Jack. It's, no. Because I want to wear that shirt when I go to open mics. Because I love bright and flashy clothing. Yeah, Jonathan, I can't really. Dave Mustaine is. Yeah, I can't. That's kind of tough for me to do an impression of him. I don't know if your name is Reed and it was misspelled, or if it's Raed. I live in Texas. Well, Maltese, if you say never getting rewarded for what you do, that implies that you're just running away from the frequency of having what you want. Because a person that has what you want, they wouldn't use the word never. That's funny, Jonathan. That would make this stream rated NC-17. I wouldn't be able to do that impression, Jonathan. I don't stream on TikTok because TikTok takes 80% of the revenue. Whereas on I know YouTube, they take 30%. So I'm not gonna mess with TikTok. Oh. Okay, let's just put a stop to this right now. All right. I didn't even fucking know. What the fuck is purple pilled. Oh, Jesus Christ. Spooky, just let it go. All right? I want no more discussion. And I'm telling this to all the moderators right here. I want 0 discussions about red pill, black pill, blue pill, purple pill, orange pill, green, whatever. Anything that's insert color here pill. We are not gonna fucking talk about that bullshit anymore. And Maltese, I absolutely... oh, fuck, Spooky. I don't want to know about any of this shit, okay? Just stop. We're not just... we're done with that, talking about that shit. I never should have brought that topic up in the first place. Ah, fucking shit, man. Like, Spooky, you already know I don't like talking about it, and yet you continue to bring it up. Like, I know that, you know, you can have rational discussions because we've had them before, but come on, man. No more discussions of anything related to red pill or black pill or whatever new colors that they fill in the blank with. Like, no. The whole fucking point of this channel was to get away from all of that shit. Because I didn't even know that was a fucking thing until people in the damn YouTube comments kept talking about it in my damn viral video. All right? Let's just get back to the stuff that actually okay, so don't, okay, Spooky. You can find it interesting and compelling. But please respect my wishes in my chat room that I want 0 discussions on that topic anymore, please. Maltese, I don't know if you're very new to my channel or not, but go ahead and just look through the history of my channel. You'll see it. I mean, hell, I started off this live stream today, 3 hours and 35 minutes ago, because I was depressed, wasn't gonna live stream, forced myself to do it, and you've been able to see my mood elevate up and down throughout the stream. Yeah, Jonathan, some people need to leave their house a bit more often. Exactly. Like, seriously, those of you that live in areas that don't have public transportation, you will never know how it feels, how much you take having a car for granted, or just having access to a car for granted until it gets taken away from you against your will. Just never, ever, ever, ever take the ability to drive yourself for granted. I'm just saying that because a lot of the shit I'm dealing with wouldn't be necessary right now. No, I didn't get repoed. I'm renting. So no. The car I used to have before I started renting for Uber, that car, the engine died. And so that was the first time I was stuck at home without a car. Then November 2023, I started renting a car to drive for Uber and have that because it's my only way to have a car. And then I was forced to return that one to Avis. And then, because they made my bank account negative without telling me anything, and it just said miscellaneous fees. Then so I keep going through this where I'm renting cars. And then the last stint I had where I was renting a car was from October 15th until December 19th. Because on December 19th, I get a fucking email from Hertz that says, you have to return the car because your car got sold. And if you don't return the car immediately, someone is going to come repossess the car and you will be banned from renting a car from Hertz. And by the time I got there, they did have cars for me. But it's such bullshit that their rental policy is, even though I'm already there in person, you cannot rent a car unless you make a reservation on the Uber driver app. The problem came, it was with the Uber driver app, they ran out of cars. Or sorry, fuck me. Sorry. No. Hertz, none of the Hertz locations were showing up. So I called Uber customer support, explained that to them. Can we just get this done over the phone? And they said, no, there's nothing we can do. And I got so angry, I threw my phone on the floor while I'm there at Hertz and I'm the only guy there in the building, just me and the guy at the front counter. And he saw me take the phone, throw it, slam it down on the ground, and, call them and I called Uber support every name in the book, every curse word that exists. And I'm glad customer service guy from Hertz was cool about it. Because he said, if I were in your shoes, I would have said the exact same thing. Jay Ruiz, have I worked in fast food? Yeah, I did. I worked at Chick-fil-A for 1 month for my first job, and I never want to do it ever again. That's how I knew I don't want to deal with food. I was sweating more than Robin Williams during every minute of every shift at Chick-fil-A because I hate that fucking pressure. And it's like, you're already easily replaceable anyway. They don't give a fuck, so I just left. So, yeah. And the problem comes, even if I wanted to work a shitty job again, I couldn't do it, because guess what? I don't have a car. Only way to have a car is to get money. The only thing so far, until YouTube can be my full-time income, the only job I've ever been great at was being an Uber driver. And so getting a car and doing that for working is a way to kill two birds with one stone. But the other problem with that is it doesn't give me any time to do this, because I know YouTube will pay me way more than Uber ever will. But that won't happen if I do what I did before and then I start getting fucking depressed again and then not make anything for 7 days. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a stressful situation. Because I had to spend Christmas and New Year's not being able to go out whenever I wanted. I would have loved to have hung out with my friends. Couldn't do that. All right. Well, hey, I broke my streaming record today with live viewers. Made it. We got up to 65 live viewers at once. Unfortunately, it's during a live stream where I'm not myself, and I'm extremely. When I'm, well, I mean, it's getting a bit better, but at least I got more energy. Drinking caffeine-free tea definitely helps with that. But and by the way, I just want to give a special shout out. Excuse me, give a special shout out. I just want to say thank you again to Sid Hearth, GBE Chris, Vegetarian Sam, and FTV10 for the super chats today. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it, all you guys that come here to watch. But it's gonna take. But you know, I was able to laugh a little bit during this stream. Work on some impressions for when I get back into stand-up. So that's great. And I came up with the idea for the Chris Rock as Chris Hansen. So that's something I could definitely work into it. But anyways, guys, I'm just fucking exhausted, and I'll see you next time. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Oh, shit. I was still streaming this entire time. Goddamn. So you people heard me listen to the Triple H. Oh, God damn it. Fuck. I was watching the Triple H versus Kurt Angle fight.